Here we are live at Holy Name at a retreat center, at a retreat for gamblers, working the 12 steps. Welcome again to another episode of the 1% in Recovery podcast, where we encourage you to laugh every day, to work hard in recovery, work hard in relationships, job, business, school, just work, and to love unconditionally. Put much more love out there and watch much more love return. Remember, recovery is beautiful. Your EQ is your IQ. And you cannot outthink an emotional issue. Now out, download the Recovery Growth Scorecard. It is a free scorecard. I repeat, free. To help people start their journey, go to Is Wonderful.Love, L-O-V-E. And on this scorecard, you will be able to introduce natural dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, oxytocin. You've got to change the neuroplasticity in your brain. You have to change the transmitters. That way, you can heal. So let's jump into this week's episode. Here we are at Holy Name, a retreat center in Houston, Texas, at a 12-step retreat. Now this one is for compulsive gamblers, but they have them for other 12-step rooms as well. But you know, with going through the 12 steps in a Friday to Sunday format allows people to do two things. Number one, we talk about the steps. We try to figure out where people are. Some people have already finished the steps. Some people are anywhere between 1 and 12. And that is important to get people moving on to finish a step. Plus, it's about fellowship, being around people, being on the property for 2 nights, over 3 days, 6 meals, 2 ice cream socials. There's a lot of time. Property's big, where you can sit down and talk, or you could sit there and meditate. You can go to your private room and do some writing, reading, important things to get over the hump. The key thing is with any retreat is that it's about growth. People always assume all retreats are about trying to get more spiritual growth. That is true. You will grow spiritually because it's almost impossible in such a serene environment. But the other thing that is so important is that you're going to be growing emotionally, because you're doing the work. The only way to get to true recovery is to do emotional work. People always try to avoid it. I don't want to do an inventory. I don't want to do amends. I don't want to look at my character. I don't want to understand who and what I believe in terms of higher power of God. How can I improve? And if you're truly improving, you have to be honest with yourself, and that's where you're gonna, put yourself in front of a mirror and then see how you are growing. How are you stumbling? What are the blocks? What are you holding on to such anger or resentments? Or why do you feel stubborn or inability to look at certain things in terms of past relationships or certain ways of doing? Be open-minded. Really, in terms of everything, the steps are about being open-minded. And the more open-minded you are, the better things become. And then you just grow more. So I want to encourage people to go on retreats, but not only just go on retreats, do the step work, meet more people. Everything is about that oxytocin, but it's also about joy. It's also about freedom. You can only do this if you are growing spiritually and emotionally. All addiction is an emotional disease. And 12 steps, and there's a part of any type of addiction where there's almost like some type of spiritual divide that you're trying to bridge. You're trying to get to that next level. so then you can connect with others. So the best way to heal is, like I said, retreats, recovery, writing, reading, talking, doing the things that are necessary. And with that, you will continue to grow and enjoy life. With that, I'm going to conclude this episode of the 1% in Recovery podcast.